Hi everybody, this is Mark Lowry, and this is the Mark Lowry Show, number 92.
Welcome to the Mark Lowry Show. Now, here's Mark.
Well, this weekend went great. I'm on the bus now, headed home, and I got a little footage here and there, but I had to be Bill Gaither for this weekend, so I couldn't run around with my camera like I normally do, but I got some footage. I got some of, Ernie, Haase, the Isaacs, Penrod, Marsh. I'll show all that to you in a minute. And then at the end of this, you'll see Michael Lord and Norman Holland, my product guy, who was also the A&R director at Day One Records. But anyway, they're sitting on the couch, and it turned into kind of like a Regis and Kathy, or Regis and Kelly, I think that's what it's called now, Regis and Kelly thing, and I thought it was funny. And I hope you do too.
What are you doing?
Hey, that's cool.
Me and Guy.
I love that. Hello.
See? There we are in Marsh.
Hey, Guy has to walk like that because of his bladder.
Are you going to sing good tonight?
I hope.
You going to remember all those baritone parts I taught you?
Yeah, I remember the ones you taught me.
They're easy to remember.
You want to say hi? Hi.
Who is it?
It's John.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Ernie.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
You ticklish?
Not really. He's going to be my Gloria this weekend.
Oh, no.
Can you be Gloria?
Yes.
You're taller than me. Can you go, what is that, at the name of Jesus I've heard sin-hardened men melted, derelicts like Ernie transformed.
You know what you're going to do tonight?
Well, Bill sent a list, and all I got to do is follow the list and stutter. Stutter a little bit.
You know how that goes, though.
Yeah, but when the spirit moves, see, when I do the show, the spirit moves, and I just can't be bothered with his...
I just got this note from Bill.
Yeah?
Mark, if you follow these directions to the fullest, you will once again return to greatness. Love, Bill.
Love Bill.
We met in an elevator at a concert that
in
you were
South
doing.
Carolina?
No, it was in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
It was a Halloween concert
Yes.
that Ray Flynn was doing,
Oh my gosh,
and
I
Mark
remember that.
was on.
Yeah.
That's the first time I'd ever seen Mark live. And you were doing prod,
Right.
and y'all were coming up, and like I said, I'd read an article in a magazine and saw your picture in it, and
That was about 8 years
when you
ago.
see this face, you just don't forget. So I introduced myself to him, and then we reintroduced ourselves at Quartet Convention after Kim and I had put a demo together for
Y'all called yourselves One.
for the group One, and Sandy Patty's backup singers already had that name, so we couldn't be One.
Y'all went with Two.
Tried to go with Two, and there was three
There
of
were
us,
three
so
of
that
you.
didn't make any
Yeah.
sense. And so we, our lawyer said, "Why don't you just use your last name? It's too good."
So you went with Lord Song.
We went with Lord Song. When you live
I
your
love
whole
that.
life, everybody's saying, "Lord have mercy, oh Lord, here comes
Right.
Michael Lord." It's finally worked for me.
Finally worked.
But
And here we are.
here we are
In
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Never been here before, but it is hot. It's hot here.
It's hot.
Muggy.
Yeah.
It's
See,
almost stuffy.
well, it's a little bit stuffy,
But
there's a
we're
lot.
here to have a good time tonight. Where's Gaither at? Who knows?
He's at home having a stint. No, he had a stint put in.
Yeah.
Was it a short stint or a long stint?
I didn't know there were sizes.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
Just
he's
wanna-
got a big heart. I bet it's a big stint.
Yeah. He's had such a long stint out here on the road, and now he's taking a
Short
stint at the house.
in order to come back for a long stint.
Yes. It is.
But it'll be a little different tonight with Mark in charge.
Yes, sir.
He'll whip it to it.
What do you think it's going to be like?
I think it's going to be a Mark fest,
Do you?
personally.
Mark this and Mark that.
Mark this, Mark that, here, Mark there, Mark everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Myrtle Beach, California. South Carolina. That's where we're at. We go so much till we really don't know where we are. But today we're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Lord Song, Mark Lowry, Gordon Moe, Joy Gardner. I hope she's lost a little weight since I've seen her last. She was getting
She looked
pretty
good
big.
today. I saw her.
Oh, did you?
She's
She had been putting on
beautiful
some
lady.
weight. But I was just hoping she'd lost a little. Because, when you get that age, You know, it's
It's
bad
hard
on
to
you.
keep it off. It is.
Yeah. Well, it's just not healthy when you get that big.
Well, you know, when you think about it, I mean, looking at Mark's stuff, talking about Gaither being so
Right.
healthy.
Right.
How do you do it, Norman? How do you stay so
I
healthy?
pop a pill.
Do you?
Pop a pill. There
Little
you go.
Xenical here and there
Xenical.
takes care of everything
I
that
just-
ails you.
But I want to say something very sad that I overheard at my table out there today. We heard some ladies chattering over to the side. They didn't know we were with Mark because we had just rolled our stuff up to the table.
So no banners, no nothing,
And
nothing to identify.
nothing identify us. So they didn't know who we are. We didn't know who they were. But we heard them talking about Mark Lowry. And they were saying how old he looked.
Old?
How much he had aged. Well, then we had to roll out the red carpet for them and let them know he has aged. He's almost 50. And, you know, when you hit 50, you do start looking tired and old.
Well,
and
if
that's
you
sort of the way
okay,
he has looked. Yeah, it's kind of
in light of that conversation that you overheard today, what kind of advice would you give to Mark to kind of maybe work on being a little bit more
young looking?
I guess young looking is the word.
Well, I think they've got these total face replacements now.
How much you think
I have
that
seen
costs?
it on TV.
Have you?
Well, you know, they take the whole face. And he might want to consider that.
What?
And bless his heart, that gray hair's got to go. He tried bald head, but, you know, my Lord.
I thought it looked good.
Oh, a bowling ball?
Well, I mean, you know.
I mean,
I guess I'm just
Anyway.
so used to all that. You know, Mark has had some pretty eclectic hair years, I guess you would say. I don't ever really.
I would almost say he looks better with hair, though.
Well,
you know.
What about anything else?
Let's think. But that we overheard that, and I tell you, we were just torn up over that because we've got to go tell him now.
Oh yeah.
Well, we must tell him. Tell him how old he looks. But anyway, what else can we think of?
Well,
it is a beautiful day in Myrtle Beach.
It is.
Celeste and I just went and had a bite to eat.
What did you eat?
We ate, I had some blackened chicken.
You know,
That
there's
was
some
delicious.
of the best, and Norman, Holland, I have got to say, I know of no other person who can sniff out, find, or knows of a buffet.
Oh, I
Any
thought we
kind-
had a good one up here,
There's
and it was closed.
bunch of buffets here.
Right, a seafood
I mean,
buffet
bunch
down
of
there.
seafood
I saw,
troughs.
yeah.
You know, 4 million items and all this stuff. You can get anything you want, but
There's a bug in my teeth.
that's not good. Did you get that somewhere?
No, he just flew in there.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe tonight after all this is over, we can. Do you think Mark can shut it down sooner than Gaither
I think he
can?
needs
or-
to clamp it off. I
Yeah.
do. I mean, clamp it off, and let's get to a buffet.
That's what I say.
See that bug?
I do see that bug. That's pretty substantial.
The Mark Lowry Show is a presentation of marklowry.com.